Today, in this 30-minute gentle yoga class, let us explore the profound teachings of flexibility, not just in the body, but in the mind as well. Just as a supple tree can withstand the strongest winds, a flexible mind can navigate the storms of life with grace and wisdom. Let's go ahead and find a comfortable seat, maybe propping yourself up on a block under your sits bones. Start to become present and aware of your body, the space you are in, and this present moment. Let's begin with our breath work, a pranayama for flexible thinking, nada shodhana, or alternate nostril breathing. This pranayama exercise can help you cultivate a more open and flexible mindset, allowing you to approach challenges and situations with greater adaptability and clarity of thought. Close your eyes and take a few deep breaths to center yourself. Inhale deeply through both nostrils and exhale completely through both nostrils to clear the mind. Now, using your right thumb, close off your right nostril gently. Inhale deeply and slowly through your left nostril. Feel the breath filling your lungs. After the complete inhalation, use your right ring finger to close off your left nostril. Releasing your right nostril, exhale slowly and completely through your right nostril. Next, inhale deeply and slowly through your right nostril, keeping your left nostril closed. After a full inhalation, close off the right nostril with your right thumb and release your left nostril. Exhale slowly and completely through your left nostril. This completes one cycle of nada shodhana. Continue this pattern for several rounds, maintaining a slow and deep breath. Make this your final round of alternate nostril breathing, and then return to a typical breath. Let's meet with our hands stacked over heart center. As we begin our practice today, let us set our intention to contemplate the wisdom of flexibility, both in our body and our minds. Consider that our bodies are akin to a vessel guiding us on the path of life. Much like a tree gracefully bends and sways in the wind, our bodies, too, require flexibility to gracefully adapt to the ever-shifting circumstances we encounter. Through the practice of yoga and mindful movement, we are offered profound insight into the significance of physical flexibility. In closing this space, just take a nice deep inhale to exhale. And let's begin. We'll start with some gentle neck rolls. Gently drop the chin to the center of your chest and roll your head slowly to the right and then back to the left. Continue this circular motion, inhaling as you lift your head and exhaling it as you lower it. And start to find stillness here. And we'll begin with some gentle shoulder rolls. Inhale as you lift your shoulders towards your ears, and then exhale as you roll them back down. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and switch directions. Fantastic. Let's find stillness. Wrist circles. Extend your arms forward at shoulder height. Circle your wrists slowly in one direction. And then we will switch over to the other direction. And start to slow that down. And we'll begin with our ankle circles. Extend one leg out and gently circle your ankle in both directions. Notice any snap, crackle, pop here, and be mindful and gentle in your movement. Beautiful. And go ahead and switch it out to the opposite side, rolling through this ankle. In yoga, we learn to stretch and strengthen our bodies, allowing them to become more flexible and resilient. This flexibility is not just about achieving impressive posture, but about understanding that our bodies have limits and that these limits can change with time and practice. Just as a tree branch grows and adapts, so too can our bodies. Beautiful. Let's find stillness. We're going to make our way all the way into a child's pose. So come to all fours and then sit back onto your heels. You can take the knees out nice and wide. You can extend the arms forward here or place the hands on top of each other and rest your forehead on the hands or the mat, whatever feels right for you, and just take a few deep breaths. Let's prepare ourselves for cat-cow. Roll onto all fours. And we'll inhale, arching our back for cow pose, and exhale, rounding your back for cat. Flow with your breath for a few cycles here. Start to slow this down, coming into stillness, and we'll prepare for downward facing dog. You may take a block under each hand, just lining up the wrist crease with the short edge of the block. And we'll tuck our toes under, lifting the hips and pressing back into our downward dog. Pedal out the feet to warm up the calves and hamstrings. Beautiful. Start to slow it down. Come into stillness for 2 big breaths here. Fantastic. Let's meet in a forward fold, walking the feet to the hands. You can place your blocks off to the side if you were using them. Bend the knees deep here and hold on to opposite elbows as you gently sway from side to side. Beautiful. Starting to find stillness. Let's find ourselves in mountain pose by slowly rolling up to stand. Allow the palms to face forward. The head is the last thing to arrive in this posture. Physical flexibility is not an end into itself. It's a means to an end, a way to create a healthy and harmonious body that supports your spiritual journey. When we cultivate flexibility in our bodies, we are also preparing our minds for the journey ahead. With that being said, we will take a simple sun flow for flexibility and joint mobility here. Big breath in, arms come overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Take an inhale and halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Let's step back with the right foot for a high lunge. Bring the hands overhead for crescent. Beautiful. Let's spin the toes around so that we face the back edge of the mat. Taking our high lunge and bending deep into the right knee. Arms up for crescent. Bring the left foot to meet the right. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. And then on your own timing, just start to roll up to standing. Beautiful. Big breath in, arms come up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Step back with the right foot for a high lunge. Bring the hands overhead for crescent. Beautiful. Start to spin the toes around to face the back edge of the mat. Take your high lunge and bend deep into the right knee. Arms up for crescent. Fantastic. Bring the left foot to meet the right. Inhale, halfway lift. And then as you exhale, forward fold. And inhale. Start to roll up slowly. Let's meet in mountain pose for a few deep breaths here. From here, we're going to find a wide-legged forward fold with the blocks. So stand with your feet as wide as feels comfortable. So place your blocks in front of you and rest your hands on them as you fold forward, keeping a gentle bend in your knees if necessary. Breathe here, letting the spine elongate. The mind is like a mirror, reflecting the world around us. Just as a rigid mirror cannot adapt to changing light and perspectives, a rigid mind cannot respond skillfully to the changes of life. This is where the concept of mental flexibility comes into play. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and bring our feet together at the front of the mat, about hip distance apart. We're going to find a warrior two. Let's go ahead and keep your right foot where it is and then step the left foot back so that we're bending the right knee in a nice lunge. Extend your arms out to the side for warrior two, looking over the front hand. Start to sink deep into that front knee. Relax the shoulders. And just let the pelvis tip naturally. Beautiful. From here, go ahead and let the arms come down. We're going to step up with that left foot and just switch it out. So that right foot's going to come back into that high lunge, bending deep into the left knee. Let's bring the arms up. Let the shoulders sink back. Beautiful. Big breath in here. Let's meet with both feet at the front of the mat. Fantastic. We're going to move into an extended triangle posture. So go ahead and step your left foot back for your warrior two legs. So bending deep into that front knee into a lunge. From here, find your block. This is easier to do when your knee is bent. And you're going to place it to the instep of your right foot on level 1, 2, or 3. Good. From here, use your bent leg to help you up back into warrior two. And then straighten the front knee. Good. Allow for the right hand to take the block. And then start to allow for that left shoulder to open. Maybe the arm comes up overhead. If not, that's okay. It can stay at the hip. Beautiful. Big inhale. Good. We'll slowly come all the way back up into our warrior two. Fantastic. You can remove the block here if you had one. Good. And then find yourself standing at the front of the mat. Fantastic. From here, we're going to do the same thing on the opposite side. So you're going to step back with your right foot for your warrior two. So that big lunge. Bend deep into the left knee. Go ahead and grab a block. Place it on the instep, so the inside of that left foot. Good. Come all the way back up into your warrior two. From here, we're going to straighten the left knee. Maybe you stay here. If you like, you can start to come down to take the left hand to the top of the block. Maybe the right arm comes up overhead, or maybe you keep the hand on the hip. Breathe here. Beautiful. Let's find our way back into warrior two. Go ahead and remove the block from the mat. We're going to step both feet up to the front of the mat. Go ahead and fold forward, holding on to opposite elbows. Hang with some gentle movement here, bending deep into the knees. Just release all of that stretching we just did in those standing postures. Mental flexibility means being open to new ideas, perspectives, and experiences. It means letting go of fixed beliefs and being willing to adapt to change when necessary. Just as a tree's roots can explore new soil and water sources, our mind can explore new ways of thinking and being. Beautiful. Let's find ourselves in a gentle seat. We're going to prepare for a seated forward fold with our blocks. So sit with your legs extended out in front of you. And we're going to place a block on or between the shins or the thighs, whatever feels right for you here. We'll inhale, lengthen through the spine, and then exhale, forward fold with a nice long back, letting your third eye take the block. Spend a little bit of time here just breathing deeply. Beautiful. Let's take a nice big inhale. Walk the hands back to the hips, sitting up nice and tall. We'll come in for our bound angle pose. Just bringing the soles of your feet together and gently press your knees to the floor. If you want to place the blocks underneath your knees, you can. Hold your feet with your hands and sit up tall. Maybe you start to drop your heart towards your feet. In the practice of mindfulness and meditation, we learn to observe our thoughts and emotions without judgment. This allows us to see how rigid patterns of thinking can cause suffering. Through mindfulness, we can cultivate mental flexibility by recognizing and releasing these patterns. Let's take a nice deep inhale. Beautiful. We're going to find a seated twist. So sit with your legs extended. Go ahead and bend your right knee and cross it over your left leg. So the palm of the foot will take the floor. We're going to inhale nice and tall, and then as we exhale, go ahead and twist to the right, placing your elbow on the outside of your right knee. Fantastic. Let's go ahead and switch out the legs and take a twist to the opposite side. Physical and mental flexibility are not separate. They are interconnected aspects of our being. When we practice physical flexibility through yoga or mindful movement, we are also training our minds to be more adaptable. Likewise, when we cultivate mental flexibility through mindfulness meditation, our bodies may become more receptive to change and transformation. Let's go ahead and release the twist. Let's bring both knees into the chest, nice big hug here. We're going to make our way into our final rest. Lie on your back with your arms at your sides, palms facing up. Take up as much room as you like. Allow your body to completely relax, focusing on the breath. As we embrace flexibility in both body and mind, we free ourselves from the shackles of attachment and aversion. We become more resilient in the face of life's challenges, and we open ourselves to endless possibilities of growth and self-discovery. deepen the breath. Wiggling through fingers and toes, rocking through wrists and ankles. Maybe the head rocks from side to side. Maybe the arms come up overhead and you stretch like you're waking from your nap. When you're ready, bring the knees into the chest and roll over onto either side in fetal position. Gently press up into a seat, and we'll meet with our hands at prayer for our closing. Let us remember that the path of flexibility is the path of wisdom and liberation. By nurturing flexibility in our bodies and minds, we can find greater harmony, peace, and the freedom in our lives. Just as a flexible tree can dance with the wind, a flexible mind can dance with the ever-changing rhythms of existence. May we all continue to cultivate this precious quality on our journey towards enlightenment. Thank you for sharing your practice with me today. Om Shanti, Om Peace, and we bow. Namaste. Please be sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel for more caregiver and educator self-care practices and techniques. Thank you for watching. Have a warm and wonderful rest of your day.